Do you feel like you're undercharging for your services? Do you have a hard time setting the right price and attracting the clients that you truly desire? Well, did you know that setting the right price is like crafting a great recipe for your business profitability? Well, in today's episode, we're diving deep into a topic that can transform your business and profitability, setting the right price and understanding your market. Today, you want to get the secret sauce, the secret ingredients to price mastery, okay? So if it's your first time, welcome back to another episode of the Angelica Prather Show. It is your go-to resource for income strategies and pricing strategies. I am Angelica, and I'm your go-to income strategist and pricing specialist. If it's your goal to propel your business beyond six figures, gain time freedom, and attract those clients that you know align with your business and your brand, then this is the right place for you. So let's dive straight into it. I always say that success is hinging on a mastery of the key zones of positioning, pricing, and profit. And I'm just here to be your guide, okay? That is it. So today I'm going to jump right into it. The first point is understanding the market, right? That is a huge one. So how do you set your prices accurately, right? So before you can even set your prices, you truly have to understand your market from the demographics, psychographics, and we'll dissect that, right? Because we hear that very often, but I like to take it a little step further. And when we hear, okay, we know how old they are and all that, the stuff, you want to get into the psychology of what is the problem that you're trying to solve. But I don't like to stay at the problem. I like to be, how could my services be the solution? So you want to go with, what is the solution that I offer to these group of people? Okay. Right? What are the pain points, right? What are some of the issues and what's the value? What do they value most? Because people will pay for what they value, even if they don't have the funds. And we're not here to rob people for their money, but we want to position ourselves and create a solution to that particular problem. Okay. So what are the hopes? What are the desires? That is how you can understand your market. And this could work online and offline. Offline is a little different because you want to position your business as an anchor or a solution or a resource for people, i.e., like a YouTube channel right now. It is a solution for those who are struggling with pricing, those who want to maximize their income beyond six figures, right? So it's a resource. So you want to think about, how does that work? So when you connect to your clients on this level, pricing becomes not just a numbers game, but a language that speaks directly to your clients. Okay. And so that brings me to my second point, research and like competitive analysis, right? And when I say research and doing a competitive analysis, you want to see what are people in your industry. Now we're in any industry, we are currently fighting more on a global level, right? Because there's so many people online. And even if you're a brick and mortar, there's so many people that people have to choose from. So you want to see, what are my competitors doing that I do differently, right? What are my competitors not offering that I know I can offer, right? And you offer it as a solution. You speak to the solution, not to what your competitors are doing. You always want to speak to what makes you different. Discover what your competitors are charging also helps you to position yourself effectively. So if you know that your competitors are offering maybe at a certain price point for a certain service, but you communicate very differently to the value, now you're putting yourself in a different zone and you're strategically charging for the value of the service and the positioning of what your clients are gaining from working with you. That is going to set you apart from your competitors. You don't want to mimic every person that you see. This is where you step into your secret sauce. This strategy lets you find the sweet spot, right? The price that is attractive to your audience while keeping the value intact, okay? So I cannot stress that enough. Competitor analysis is going to help you define what makes you different. Okay. So this is where you're going to find at least 3 people or 3 businesses that you may admire and say, what makes me different? What do I do differently? Don't sleep on your secret sauce. And you might think it's simple, but it's the simple thing that's going to get your client the results. That can be in time. That can be in the softwares that you can use. That can be in the customer service. Whatever it is that you do that's completely different than your competitors, that is what you're going to speak to the client. Okay. And so it brings me to my third point, value-based pricing. It's my favorite, I just have to say. So you want to embrace value-based pricing. This strategy isn't about slapping a number on your product or your services. It's about the value, the transformation your product or service brings to your client. When a client sees the true worth of what you offer, they are more likely to invest. Okay, so I want you to think about this. Think about your business or your service or your product as a specialty. When you think of a doctor, right, there's a primary doctor and then there's a special doctors, okay? They're specialists. Anytime someone goes to a general primary care physician and they need something additional, they're going to send them to a specialist. And that is how you want to think of it. Nobody cares what the specialist charges. They just want the specialist because they understand that this is the person, this is the go-to, and that's going to get me the results. That is when you think of value, okay? I do not care what it charges. And I know that might not be the greatest example because you're not a doctor, but I want you to think of yourself as a specialty in your industry. There are hundreds of doctors, but there are not hundreds of specialists. So position yourself as a specialist, and that is where the client is willing to pay premium for the service, okay? So I want you to think about that. So now I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think or tell me in the comments. Let me know your biggest challenge you face when it comes to pricing your products and services, because I know that I get this all the time in my DMs, but I want to find out what it is that's the challenge when it comes to setting the price. Is it the confidence of articulating the price, or is it the science or the data that it takes to actually put the price out? Just want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, okay? That will also help other people in our community by sharing what some of your challenges may be. So I hope that those 3 tips were very clear to you, right? I want you to think of the value that you provide. Think of what your competitors are not doing that stands the test of time for you to stand out. I really want you to think about how can you strategically position yourself to be great, okay? That is where it's going to get you to set the right price, right? And then how to articulate the value to your clients in such a way that it's easy to attract them. This is how you're going to understand your market, go a little bit deeper than just saying, I'm going to serve these people, I'm going to offer this. Speak their language. When you speak their language, you're going to attract your clients. When you position yourself as a specialist, the go-to, trust me, this is where people are paying premium because they want the service. So don't forget, position yourself as the specialist, not just being everybody else, okay? And before we wrap up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if today was insightful, it resonated with you, make sure you share this with your fellow entrepreneur who are in this journey of figuring out their pricing. Don't have them on a struggle bus. That's not cool. We in the business of sharing, okay? So I just want to make sure that you guys share, like, and subscribe to never miss an episode. I thank you so much for joining me. If you made it to the end of this video, it is my journey and my quest to help empower you and reach your financial goals. Remember, the power to achieve greatness resides in you, and I'm just here to equip you with the strategies and inspiration to transform your vision into a reality. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I cannot wait to join you in the comments. I will be signing off. I'll see you later. Bye.